Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Beneboy, and today I'm going to be ranking every single Zelda game by their box art that I own. So to start, we have Links to the Past, which honestly has it kind of has this it doesn't really have a gold color for the box art, kind of a drab brown. So I'm going to give this one a C tier. Put this on the tier list. C tier is going to be right here. And next up is Link's Awakening. This box art, this one's okay. This one has Mount Tamaranch in the background, and I think it just looks alright. Doesn't really look too interesting. It's just kind of generic Zelda on there. I'm gonna give this one a B tier because it's a bit more colorful. So we're putting this one in B tier, which is gonna be right above. And next up is Ocarina of Time, which looks okay. It's not that interesting. It's just generic gold. I think this one ages a lot better than A Link to the Past, which is not really much of an achievement because that one looks like horse shit. But Ocarina of Time 3D looks pretty good. I'm gonna give that one a B tier as well. I think it honestly does a little bit better than Link's Awakening. So we're gonna put this right here. And next up is Majora's Mask. And this one, even on its N64 counterpart, I feel like this one is an S tier. This one looks really good, and I feel like this artwork they chose, especially for the 3DS version, really ages well. So I'm gonna put this at an S tier for Majora's Mask. And I kind of like what they went with the artwork. It kind of looks like Wild World, you know, in the earth with the moon, like shit's about to go down on this one. So I'm definitely gonna give this one an S tier. And next up is The Wind Waker, which is my favorite Zelda game of all time. It looks alright. Doesn't look that bad. It looks a lot like the Ocarina of Time 3D Zelda box art, but I feel like this box art kind of just feels like the same thing. I don't really know where to put it besides B tier. So I feel like B tier is where this one should go. I do feel like it is better than I feel like, and this is hard to say, I feel like it is slightly better than Ocarina of Time. So I'm gonna put it in let's move this down real quick. I think this one is slightly better than Ocarina of Time, so I'm gonna put it above, but it is practically the same thing. And next up is this is the promotional disc, the collector's edition. This just looks like someone did this in Photoshop for a final project for digital photography. This one doesn't really look that interesting. We got a Triforce and the Master Sword on it. Honestly, I don't really know where to put this one. Besides D tier, I don't really think. Yeah, I'm gonna give this one an F tier. This one just isn't really original. This one looks like some sort of fan art for a Zelda game box art. But going on, next up is Four Swords Adventures, which is by far probably one of the best Zelda box arts to ever come out. This one has a lot of stuff going on. We have the four swords guys up there. We have all four links and all the guys with the swords. So I feel like this one just looks really badass. So we gotta put this one. I'm gonna put it below Majora's Mask just because that one's kind of hard to beat. But I feel like it is definitely an S tier. Now the same cannot be said for the Minish Cap. This game looks, this box art, it looks okay. It looks just kind of generic. Kind of just slapped a Link and like Eslo on the cover. It doesn't look bad. It looks okay. I think I feel like that one's a C tier as well. Not that interesting, not that special. So I'm gonna put this one at C tier. And next up is Phantom Hourglass, which I feel like actually isn't that bad. It has on the background a lot of like a sea chart going on, and it looks pretty authentic for a, you know, sea chart. And it has a ghost ship on the back, and it honestly just looks really clean. So I'm gonna give this one an A tier. I think it's not good as an S tier. I feel like the artwork isn't as good, but still good. And next is Spirit Tracks, which kind of falls around like the same area. I think it's worse than Phantom Hourglass. I like the colors a little bit more on this one, but I just don't feel like it is cool looking in general. We have the Phantom and Link, which I think looks a lot like cooler than Linebeck, and Link in general. I feel like this just looks better, but I just don't feel like the background looks kind of like etchings and walls, which looks okay, but it's not as, doesn't really fit the theme as well as Trains to Sea Chart and the Ocean. So I'm gonna put this one in A tier, just below Phantom Hourglass. And next up is Skyward Sword, which kind of does the exact same like Zelda thing, but with actual gold this time. It like is, it actually is holographic, so you can see the shine on here. We have Link and Fi doing his Skyward Strike, and this one doesn't look that bad. I actually like how this one looks, but I feel like this one is better than the Wind Waker, just by a bit, because it actually is holographic, so it looks a bit cooler. So I'm gonna put this one in, this is B tier. I'm gonna put it in B tier for now. And this is A tier, so I'm gonna move these down. Now this is actually starting to look like a tier list. Here we go. And then no D tiers yet, but that is about to change, because next we have A Link Between Worlds, and this game actually looks, this box art is actually very majestic. My cat is trying to get my room, but this box art is very nice looking. We have Link merging into a wall with the Master Sword in its place. It's very gold. It looks very nice. It's beautiful. So I think I'm gonna put this one in A tier. It's like the other, like Skyward Sword, Wind Waker, and Ocarina of Time, but it just looks a little bit cleaner. But I'm gonna put it above Spirit Tracks, but below Phantom Hourglass. And next up is Triforce Heroes. I don't like this one. Like, this game it's not many of us' favorites, but this box art also offends in the same ways. It is very generic, and it just looks like a screenshot from second person. It doesn't look very good. I mean, you can kind of see like chests and like other characters and whatnot in the background. I'm gonna put this one D tier. It's not interesting enough. This one just has like nothing going for it. It's better than the collector's edition. That's all I can say for it. So, but this one is good. I feel like they've really set their game up with this one. Breath of the Wild, beautiful. I think this one is probably, definitely their third like best work, just because I feel like Tears of the Kingdom does it better. But I really like the the view of Hyrule in front of Link. It really looks like a big adventure. I wish that the Minish Cap did this with their box art, but this one is really beautiful. I think this one goes right into A tier. Right here. I think this is one's better than Four Swords. And obviously, Tears of the Kingdom. Love the colors. I love the same, it has the same thing going with it, with Hyrule, but this time below. It actually looks very cool, and if you played the game, it is a very intriguing box art, because I feel like you can see familiar places, but they look different. So I'm gonna put this one above Breath of the Wild, below Majora's Mask, because that artwork is just amazing and tells a lot about the game. But I feel like this one is definitely an S tier. So I'm gonna stand up. Look at that. That is our tier list. If I can move this so it doesn't look like a standing Jenga tower. Yeah, that is, even spells the letter F, but that is our tier list for every single Zelda game that I own their box art. Alright, so thank you for watching. I'm Boy. Peace.